So the next thing that you do after your pockets are on is the sides. So here's my top, and then I have those round sides right here. And the thing that you do is, and this again is how you do most of the apron, is you sew slowly so that you get a nice curved line, an inch around. And again, this is just so that you can iron the raw edge so that it touches the line all the way around, and then iron it again so that you have no raw edge right here. So the raw edge is inside, and then you're going to top stitch, and I did this side. So I top stitch, let me find a darker place. I top stitch right here all the way down, and I went slow, and I used one of the lines so that it's even, and when I look on the right side, there you go, it should be even. Make sure that you don't pick up your presser foot and move it over, because those are visible lines. So it's even all the way down here, and because I was sewing something down to another part, I know I can get this in there. I backstitched. I backstitched when I started, and I backstitched at the end. So you're going to backstitch at the beginning and the end of this. And then sew the other side down. Then you'll do the neck strap, and you'll pin it on. Let's see if I can get this in the picture. You're going to pin it on so that it hangs the opposite way that you think it's supposed to hang. Look at the directions. There's a picture on there. So I have not sewn my neck strap, but if I had, it would get pinned going down this way. Try to fold this in half, so that it's like this, and it's usually a little bit too long, and I cut some off. So it's going to come around down that way. Pay attention, because you're going to iron it. You're going to sew across 1 inch. You're going to iron the raw edge so that it touches the stitching you just did, the 1 inch stitching. You're going to cut off any excess of the neck strap past the fabric, and you're going to iron it over again just like you did the sides and the top of the pockets. And then you'll top stitch it down, and that will have it turning it that way. You're going to do the same thing with the side straps. They will come in. When you pin them on, they will, sorry, I know my head's in the way. They will go inwards, and then you'll sew 1 inch down, and then you'll turn it over, press it so that the raw edge is up against that stitching, and then you'll turn it over again so you've encased the raw edge, and top stitch it down. And then the last thing you have to do is the hem, and you'll stitch 1 inch along the bottom, turn it so that it touches the stitching, turn it over again so the raw edge is encased, and top stitch that down, and you're done. To get the neck strap, once you sew it, you'll sew it right sides together, and you will stitch 3/8 of an inch. You're just going to stitch along the long edge and leave the ends open. Take a safety pin, push it in, and start moving it along, and that way you'll be able to flip it out. And then once it's flipped out, make sure that you press it so that the seam is on the edge and it's nice and pushed out all the way. Then you'll be ready to put it on the top of your apron. So follow the directions, the written ones, and look at the pictures on the directions so so that you can understand them. Following directions, super important. You can ask me what things mean during class or email me, and then I can help you with that.